while the dogs are sleeping. She's leaving the cave and the wheels are turning. Dancing on ice but the temperature's rising. She steps in the club and the walls are burning. There's a cool cat in town, never settled down. She loves chasing the dogs around. There's a new kid around, and she knows she is bound to be the leader of the whole rat pack, and she won't wait for the return of the Mac. There's a cool cat in town, never going down. One day she's even heading for the crown. A cool cat in town. Oh, play, baby. Are playing. They're messing around till they all start swaying. Down in the club where the giant is jumping, the birds and the bees and the hip chicks are swinging. There's a cool cat in town, never settled down. She loves chasing the dogs around. There's a new kid around, and she knows she is bound to be the leader of the whole rat pack, and she won't wait for the return of the Mac. There's a cool cat in town, never going down. One day she's even heading for the crown. A cool cat in town. Show the big dogs what to do. There's a cool cat in town. Oh, believe me, no cat's cool as this kitty cat. Yeah. She won't wait for a new dog around. Who don't like some cats in town? A cool kid around. A cool cat in while the dogs are sleeping. She's leaving the cave and the wheels are turning. Dancing on ice but the temperature's rising. She steps in the club and the walls are burning. There's a cool cat in town, never settled down. She loves chasing the dogs around. There's a new kid around, and she knows she is bound to be the leader of the whole rat pack, and she won't wait for the return of the Mac. There's a cool cat in town, never going down. One day she's even heading for the crown. A cool cat in town. Oh, play, baby. Cool cats
bonsoir à toutes et à tous. Bienvenue sur IranosTV, ça faisait longtemps, comment allez-vous? Vous pouvez pas répondre, c'est un putain de live. Voilà. Je m'en fous de votre avis. Bonsoir, bienvenue sur ce live sur IranosTV. Votre serviteur Sakubei. Il est de retour depuis si longtemps. Depuis si longtemps, ça fait très longtemps. Je reviens d'une d'une semaine de nuit intense. D'une semaine intense de nuit. Et du coup, ça faisait longtemps. Donc, je n'ai pas pu live la semaine dernière. Et pour moi, je pensais que je devais... Et pour moi, je pensais que je devais stream jeudi à mon habitude. A priori, non. A priori, non. Du coup, c'est pas grave. Aujourd'hui, on se retrouve pour une petite pépite. Je voulais normalement faire du clair-obscur Expédition 33. Mais j'avais décidé j'avais décidé une autre surprise. Une autre pépite. Comme vous avez pu le voir sur le nom du live. Pour ceux qui adorent tout ce qui est enquête, tout ce qui est... Oh, c'est bien, mes excuses. Tous ceux qui aiment les enquêtes, les films noirs, l'ambiance un peu jazzy. L'ambiance un peu jazzy. On se retrouve aujourd'hui... Attendez que je mette le jeu. Voilà, on se retrouve sur Chicken Police Painted Red, qui est un jeu d'enquête façon un peu point and click. D'un jeu d'enquête donc comme NOIR, comme elle est noire, comme Shadow of Doubt, comme plein de jeux d'enquête quoi que vous connaissez. On n'a pas tous les mêmes refs. Moi j'en ai plusieurs, hein, mais je vous en ferai par la suite. Ça je m'en fous. Alors, du coup, on va lancer. C'est une totale découverte. Je ne connais pas du tout le jeu. J'ai vu le concept. C'est un jeu d'enquête style film noir, style jazzy, mais avec des animaux. En fait, les persos ont des corps d'humains, mais avec la tête d'animaux, tout simplement. Et leur conscience, par contre, c'est des consciences d'animaux. Genre, ils sont conscients, tu vois, qu'ils ont des têtes d'animaux, tu vois. Donc, s'il y a un chef bulldog qui va dire... T'es en retard. Non, c'est vous qui en avance, merde. Oh, c'est quoi ça? Vous avez pas qu'être en avance, non mais... Donc je disais, à partir du moment où t'as un chien bulldog qui va envoyer un poulet se faire cocorico, là c'est une remarque raciste, tu vois. Mais bref, à son parler, nouvelle partie, sauvegarde 1, y a pas de difficulté, très bien. Les cadavres sont plus lourds que les cœurs brisés. Raymond Chandler. Je suis parti me chercher un paquet de clopes, mais j'ai laissé mon portefeuille à la maison. Alors attendez 2 petites secondes parce que l'overlay... Ah putain de merde, attendez. Voilà, merci. L'overlay qui prend énormément de place, il s'en rend pas compte. Ah putain, mais c'est pas possible. Ça, perlipopette. Comment je vais faire ça? Ah putain. Puff, 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 puff. Déjà, on va petite modification, c'est pas grave. Tac, 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 tac. Parce que du coup, vous ne voyez pas. Vous ne voyez pas les sous-titres. Je vais juste y relever, vous savez quoi? Je vais juste y relever juste un tout petit peu. Juste y relever un tout petit peu. Tac, 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 tac. Si je savais faire mon taf correctement aussi. Abonnez-vous, tac. Voilà, comme ça, j'y soulève juste un tout petit peu. Histoire que vous voyez quand même les sous-titres, parce que je vais pas tout le temps lire, comme il y a une VO quand même qui m'a l'air déjà pas mal propre. Je me vois pas l'utilité de lire, tu vois. Déjà, est-ce que le son est bon? Normalement, le son est bon. Comment ça? Attends. J'ai l'impression qu'on n'entend pas le jeu. La 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 la. Attends. Parce que ça c'est l'entrée, je m'en bats les couilles, mais ça. Est-ce que c'est bon là? Ah voilà. Oh là 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 là, Chicken Police, Painted Red.
Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago. We believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure, why not? It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over. Retirement. What could possibly go wrong?
Cloville Rourke District, l'ancien hôtel Atlas. Une biche.
Ah, crap. My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated sounding name. She had a bygone look in her eyes, older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a chance.
Nickel. Alors visiblement... Oh. Putain, le jeu il est magnifique. Bon, c'est un genre 2D, hein. Oh, va falloir fouiller partout, j'adore. Madame, bonjour.
Who is this dame anyway? And what the cluck is she doing in my apartment on New Year's Eve?
Putain, la VO, elle est quali, hein. Parlez.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah, Miss Deborah Ibanez.
Alors ça va être cocasse. Ça va être cocasse. Est-ce que je peux pas réduire la taille? Parce que je peux pas réduire la taille. Parce que là, ça te cocasse. Là, l'overlay me pète les couilles. Là, l'overlay me pète les couilles. Pourquoi faut que ça change? Pourquoi faut que ça change? Est-ce que je le mets... Attends. Ouh là là. Je sens que ça va faire comme... C'était quel jeu à la con que j'avais stream qu'il fallait que je bouge la caméra toutes les 2 spies là? Je sais même plus. Bon, c'est pas grave. Retournons sur le jeu. Madame Déborah Ibanez.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Et vous trompez, madame.
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
Featherland.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Putain, on est un vieux flic alors.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Et moi, Mr. Featherland m'a venu ici n'est pas un hasard.
Look, miss, I work for the police and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
Oh là là.
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
I don't usually drink.
Pas à nous, madame, pas à nous.
Well, I've gotta have one. And it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
Oh.
Ah, thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
What a coincidence.
So come on, spill it from the beginning.
Alors.
That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats exactly?
On revient, votre patron a reçu des menaces. Quel genre de menaces exactement?
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift. Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window. And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
Please, that's why I'm here.
Oh, cette biche! Ça, c'est un jeu pour Astérion, ça. Faut que je surveille mes déviances. Interroger! Interroger? Ah, merci. Concentre sur ce que tu dis du suspect. Est-ce qu'il ou elle a l'air où je me concentre là-dessus? S'il a l'air suspect, je dois me concentrer là-dessus. Focus suspect. John Doe. Il est suspect, je suspect. Pourquoi tu suspect? Et j'ai des impressions, parlons de suspect. Chaque impression donne accès à une nouvelle question. On a l'impression, question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4, tant de possibilités. La louche de détective est ta meilleure amie, elle t'indique comment elle se déroule, regarde là, au côté positif. Ah, blablabla, ça me plaît ça, plus 100, ok.
I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I could scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the
Ouais,
time
quand on sera le bon, on
comes,
ira plus
we
fort.
can go in hard.
Alors, faut que je sois prudent et que je la joue fine. Cette femme a l'air timide, je vais pas en tirer parti, mais je dois faire très attention à ce que je dis, il faudrait pas l'effrayer. On va commencer doucement et quand on sera le bon, on ira plus fort. Timide. Ok.
Who exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Oh là là, les expressions.
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
Timide et incertaine. Vous avez pas l'air quoi, ça va. Et vous, dans quel quartier résidez-vous? Calavera Hills ou Floraville peut-être? Cette question, moi j'en vois pas l'utilité, mais il faut y aller doucement pour le coup. Demande-lui. Restons courtois avec elle pour le moment.
Calavera Hills.
Oh putain, l'OST elle est délicieuse par contre.
Look, I don't want to answer that. I'm here on behalf of my employer and not on personal business.
Fair point, Deborah. Let's try a different approach.
J'avais raison, elle sert à rien. Plus 10. Bon, ça va, ça va. Arrêtez de jouer à la pauvre effrayée, beauté, parler. Non, faut pas la brusquer. Pour moi, mon dieu, visite cette nuit, pas une autre.
Why did you have to visit me?
I have my reasons. I may look like a silly little fawn, and maybe
I don't doubt that for a second, Miss Ibanez.
This day is essential to my mistress, and she thought it's also important to you.
A message in itself, for sure. But to be honest, even you are.
You know what? I'll just take that as a compliment, even if it wasn't meant as such.
Plus 10. Nouvelle impression apeurée. Ah. Pourquoi c'est vous qui êtes venu et non de votre employeur? Ça peut être intéressant ça.
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko. She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really
Natasha
has to.
Katsenko.
How so?
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question.
Timide, incertaine, apeurée, cache quelque chose. Putain, c'est le code de la route là. Qu'attendez-vous de moi? Qu'attendez-vous de moi exactement dans ici? Je suis pas sûr que ça soit intentionnel, mais vous serez pas en train de jouer avec moi.
I'm sure it's not intentional.
Rentrons-lui dans l'art.
Are you toying with me?
I'm not sure I understand you, Mr. Featherland.
Cut the crap, Deborah. You're a pretty smart girl, and you can't hide that no matter how hard you try. But ever since we've been talking, I couldn't force one single straight answer out of you. I'm starting to think I'm terrible at what I do.
I'm sorry, Mr. Featherland, you're right. I'll try to be more straightforward next time.
I appreciate that, ma'am.
Ah ah moins 15. Tu te fous de ma gueule? Je peux pas accepter. Mais on sait même pas de ce qu'elle veut.
Are you in some sort of...
Nothing of the sort. There are simply things better left
Then you're wasting my time.
I trust your instincts.
Yeah, and I have no other...
To be honest, no.
Have you ever felt truly vulnerable?
Honestly, very often.
Great, because that's exactly how I feel right now.
I'm sorry if it's too unpleasant for you, but we...
You know, I get that a lot, and it...
Do you like happy endings?
Not in books or movies, but in real life it would be nice for...
I knew you were romantic at heart.
If what's between me and my whiskey could be called romance, then yeah.
Ah, moins 10, putain!
Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Huh. Smart answer.
Plus il se remonte.
Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler.
Ibn Wessler, the Kingpin.
Exactly.
Feathery gods, help me.
So you get it now. The secrecy.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
Flic correct. Bon. On va attendre moitié de notre attaché à l'employeuse n'est autre que le célèbre criminel Ibn Wessler. Ah! Dernière pensée, ça c'est un vrai équipier, c'est pas pareil comme au vieux temps, mais t'es encore dans le coup, le vieux coq en a encore sous les plumes. Ah, on peut réessayer. On va essayer. On va essayer, on va essayer.
I can't believe me.
You're not very...
Yes. Excuse me. I'm...
Breaking into the apartments of strangers isn't that big a deal.
Please don't make fun of me, Mr. Feather.
You're right. Sorry.
Ah!
Did you come alone?
I took the subway, then the tram, and then I walked. It wasn't easy to...
Yeah, well, I think...
This is quite...
Plus 15.
Why did you...
My...
How's...
Miss...
So,
I don't...
of course you...
Ok.
exactly?
I expect
Oh, that's fair.
someone reliable.
Well,
And
that's right.
and
No question.
and have
Okay. Are you?
nothing of the sort.
Then you.
I trust.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Have you ever?
I'm
You know,
deal.
not if,
I
if what's between.
Ah!
Tell me.
if look,
You have a.
no,
Huh. Be on.
you,
If to put it.
Ouais, 4 étoiles également, je présume, ouais.
I must be cautious.
Ah ouais, putain, le jeu est comme ça. Paf.
You're not
Yeah,
right.
please.
You're right.
Mais putain! Attends, je peux pas.
I must.
Donc faut que je lui demande.
You've been.
believe me.
Tell me which.
Look, I
Fair point, Deborah. Let's try.
Donc la mauvaise réponse, en fait, c'est la bonne? Ah putain.
Why did
this,
I'm
you know,
J'ai dit.
Why did you?
my miss. I don't.
Of course you. We
C'est une bonne
avoid.
réponse, ça. Parfait. Ça, c'était une mauvaise réponse, hein.
What do you want from me?
Me?
Oh, don't be silly, Deborah. I mean, your employ.
Well, Miss Katsenko thinks you're a.
Did she also get?
Please.
Sorry,
That's.
it has nothing.
Oh, parfait, ça. Est-ce que je lui pose cette question-là?
Don't you?
Look, Santino.
I have no doubt about that. You look just the type, sweet.
I'll take that as a compliment.
You see, we're stuck.
Ok.
Tell me, should that?
If you look,
You have a.
no.
Be on.
You, so you.
To put it my.
Ah bah voilà. Très beau boulot, j'ai l'impression d'être revenu 10 ans en arrière. Attention, Cloville, Sonny Fizerland et les inspecteurs Poulets sont de retour. Tendre en voiture Natacha Lampeuse n'est autre que le célèbre criminel Ibn Wassler. Ok.
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights, fingerprints. You know the drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately
compliqué, le
talented
numéro.
detective could easily.
Please, take a look at this.
Well, okay. Let's see.
Don't you want to look at it? The message I get.
Yeah, of course, Deb.
Ah merde.
I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. N.
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall with the well-worn picture frames. Like an eternally dark hole in the wall. A missing...
Mr. Featherland? Santino, are you all right?
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
Oh, le regard du poulet vénère.
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you...
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
Blackmail?
Don't play innocent with me.
but
All right. When can I visit?
visit me.
Not you, Miss Katsenko.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
Tsar.
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New...
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko. But there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my visit.
Exactly. How did you know?
Mais parce que je suis inspecteur, madame.
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sonny.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you
Santiano,
home if you'd
c'est
like.
un poulet rital. C'est un poulet italien.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny. Thank you again, Mr. Feather.
Don't mention it, Deborah. I had no other plans for today, except drink. But tell me, do you have a light?
Putain, le poulet alcoolique.
I'm sorry, I don't smoke.
Thought so.
Ok, donc a priori c'est
I don't even know what
terminé.
these papers are.
Fouillons partout maintenant.
Books I'm never gonna read. Maybe nobody ever had. She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but... My last cigarette. My wallet and my badge. The wallet is real. The badge ain't. Chief Blood...
Ah ouais, c'est un faux... C'est un faux badge de police.
I need it. I promised myself I'd write a note. I don't see colors anymore. Only emptiness. Everything.
Ah ouais, c'est vraiment le flic
I don't
torturé.
even know
Quoi.
where the key is. Whatever's inside is gonna stay there forever. The Wild Gentlemen. Those guys rebuilt the city after the Great Fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little chick. I'm starting to think they should have left Clawville as it was. Burned to the ground.
Gentleman sauvage. Vieil article.
We used to be star cops a few years ago. Tabloid press, radio interviews, and even a book series. I don't miss those days. Of course, Marty, my old partner, would disagree. He just loved the spotlight.
Marty.
M.B. Davis, the eternal king of jazz. The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge, and my pants. This is one of the most beautiful memories from my old life, before Molly left me and took our daughter. The good things in life don't last long. The best ones always.
Donc Molly, c'est notre
leave
ex-femme?
first. I saw that in the window of a shoe store. I never understood it, or what it had to do with shoes. Behind that door lies the kingdom of dirty clothes, cigarette butts. I wanted to travel the world when I was a kid, but I think I'm gonna end up dead in here whether I like it or not. Just a bunch of useless...
On a tout fouillé là? Ils ont géré le jeu d'ombre. Ah, ça m'a l'air correct. Paf, 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 paf. Vous venez d'informations importantes sur l'enquête et suspect ou les victimes ainsi que les lieux où vous avez visité. Comment ça marche? Clique un texte ou une image de votre carnet pour voir la version traduite dans votre langue. La victime, une femme et la cible de menaces étrangères sont toutes écrites. La patronne de mademoiselle Déborah Ibanez, la messagère est une certaine mademoiselle Natacha Kadzeko. Attendre en moitié, Natacha, l'employeuse n'est d'autre que le célèbre criminel Iben Wessler. Vous retrouverez Natacha Oscar. Natacha doit connaître ma femme Molly. Ou peut-être qu'elle a de très bons informations, alors je trouvais quel lien. Il y a pas mal d'infos, il y a pas mal d'infos, il y a pas mal d'infos. En détective Blanc-Bec. Point d'interrogatoire 10 sur 80, lui visiter 1 sur 32. J'ai pas la... Je peux pas me déplacer? Pourquoi ça? Il manque un truc?
I know.
Legs that go on for days. Deep, dark eyes. Silky skin and voice. Just a phone call and a good friend of mine can take you home.
Thank you.
Le numéro de Lewis c'est 555-932, ok. Je me souviens plus du numéro, ça y est, ça y est. On va mettre au pif. Bah oui, ça répondra pas parce que ta mère... Non mais là pour le coup j'ai vraiment numéro... merde, un truc de merde. Ah 932, bah j'étais pas loin. Oui c'est bon. Voilà.
Hey, Lewis. Am I bothering you?
Of course not, Sonny. Old friend, what's up?
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy.
For you, anything. Just a minute.
Bah impeccable.
Lewis arrived a few minutes later. He lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here. Not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his inheritance. It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it. And now, besides me, he was the only...
Ah oui, ils sont deux habités dans un gigantesque
Thanks for
hôtel,
being
quoi.
so quick, Lewis. Can you drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
Of course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
So long, Deborah. Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me.
Dans la boîte de nuit, il faut que je fasse un petit détour.
I can always count on you. Thanks, old buddy.
Don't even mention it, my friend.
You got anything planned for today?
I thought I'd visit a nightclub. It's...
Well, I didn't mean to hold you up.
I'll ask a favor of you someday.
I owe you a lot of
Ouais,
those,
c'est Porky
don't I?
en fait le lapin. Il bégaye.
That's true.
Ok, direction le poste de police. Type de scène, scène principale et scène principale repose aussi l'histoire. Ces scènes déterminent également les lieux qui sont ouverts ou fermés. Elles doivent toutes être complétées si vous voulez finir le jeu. Ok. Scènes limitées. Les scènes limitées sont disponibles pour une durée limitée, déterminée par la progression de l'histoire principale. Si vous êtes du genre à tout compléter, assurez-vous de toutes les voir avant de passer à la prochaine scène principale. Scène bloquée, ne sais pas si vous voulez vraiment, statut change comment selon la progression dans l'histoire et peut être temporaire ou permanent. J'ai qu'une seule zone pour le moment. Allons, poste de police. Récupérer Marty.
It was New Year's Eve, and I was driving, half drunk, risking my whole life's work. But still, it didn't feel any different. Every day was the same, and the 121 days I had left till my retirement seemed like an eternity. When I look out the window of the hotel room I call home, I see the same thing every day. A woman in a red nightgown dances slowly in circles to smooth music. The 9 o'clock show, with a glass of cheap bourbon and the red gown with the silent music. In the meantime, the proud city of Clawville is slowly eating itself alive, and we're still here, with nothing left to lose but our sanity, while others, the smart ones, had already gone. Molly. Does her name really upset me this much? All those years of solitude, and I still jump without question every time I hear it. And then there's Marty, my ex-partner, who hates me. But I know I have to speak with him, no matter what. Why do I feel like the past is watching me on this goddamn night?
Oh là là, cette intro. Chapitre 1, détour.
I knew where to find Marty. At the station, we'd always draw straws about holiday duty. Marty never joined in. He always took the New Year's Eve shift, even though he had someone to go home to. I understood. 10 years ago, we survived the night the press called the Bloody New Year. Forgotten by Clawville, but not by us. We both left parts of ourselves behind.
L'OST est quali, hein.
Back in the day, I used to patrol the city's streets in one of these. I don't miss it, but it used to have its...
Oh les porcs épiques, quoi.
Phyllis and Roy's. Two hedgehogs with an arrogance typical of novice cops. They're as prickly as they look. Officious little shitheads, but harmless.
Bah plein d'épines, il pleut et leurs épines trouvent leur kawaii, donc ils sont un peu cons, hein.
Well, look at that. Hey, Sonny, what you scratching out over here? I heard the big boss threw you out.
Tough luck, boys. I may not be on duty, but I'm still a cop, just like you. Well, more than you.
Bon, ça parle mal.
Hey, you don't have to be so peckish, old bud. By the way, you're on luck. Blood Boil's not in tonight. Malloy is in charge.
Oh, God. That clumsy buffalo is here tonight. If he doesn't end up in a cell again, he's lucky.
You got it. You looking for Marty, eh?
I see you're still the brains around here, Phyllis. Yeah, I'm looking for Marty. Birds of a feather flock together.
I see you're still the funny guy around here. You'll find the giant feather duster at the shooting range. As a...
Hey, Royce, I'm telling you this because maybe you'll be able to understand. If this prickly shithead makes another racist remark, I'll strangle him with his own
Ça
raincoat.
parle mal.
I'd love to see that. Hey, whose side are you on, you jerk?
Every time this poster disappears, good old Blood Boil puts it right back immediately. I tore it down at least 3 times. Here we are again, Clawville Police Department. I've never been good at history, but if I'm not mistaken, this place has been a church, a hospital, and even some insane cult's secret hideout over the years. Anyway, the place holds the secrets of the ages, and some drunk pigs in the basement.
Bosco mort. Agent Barkman. Agent Jardine.
Honor, strength, unity.
Chicken Police Story. Bell of the Penteres.
Marty drinks this shit. I've never tried it, but I'm pretty sure it's...
Ice Cold.
Mort Mardigan, a notorious deadbeat. Poor guy's been blind since his teenage years, but that doesn't stop him from running into trouble. Poor old... Mort, you scabbiest beast. What the hell did you do?
Morty to you, sonny boy. Everything's fine. There was just a bit of trouble in the bar, and someone got knocked on the head with a glass. It wasn't my fault. I'm as blind as a bat, am I right?
Did that ever bother you, Morty?
Listen, sonny boy. Go tell them to leave me alone, eh? It's New Year's Eve, after all, and I didn't even do anything wrong. Not that wrong.
Where's your little lapdog to get you out of this mess? Is that little pimp of a midget still sniffing around you?
Jeffy is a good boy, sonny. And he's good to me, believe me.
Oh, God, spare me the details. When will you finally realize that little shit's been using you?
Oh, of course he's using me. What could a pretty boy like him?
Even you deserve better, pal. By the way, you look horrible, even for yourself. Are you feeling okay?
Well, I'm not what I used to be. But neither are you, judging from your voice. But I'm seeing a doctor, sonny boy. I really am.
Putain, le lézard avec le vieux bouc, quoi.
Don't need to, Mort. I'm fine. Anyway, if Bubo prescribed you something, don't even think about taking it.
I don't talk to that insane owl.
Damn right.
Please, say something on my behalf, okay? I really don't have time for this detective buffalo shit.
Hey, careful with that. Buffalo Malloy is the chief today.
Like I care.
I'll try to speak for you, but keep it down till then, okay? You don't need this shit, and I don't need it either.
Sonny boy, you've always been a good friend.
More like a clucking pigeon. Detective Chow Hound Bosco. He thinks he's a real alpha, but nah.
Parlant de Bosco.
Holy wild ones, look what the cat dragged in.
Hello to you too, Bosco. I see you're busy, as always.
I've been sniffing around one of the rundown joints. You know how it goes. And boom, this son of a lizard comes flying out the window. I didn't know the lizards could fly. So, Mort was being a bad boy again. Nothing unusual. And
I'm still a cop for another 121 days, Bosco. It's as unpleasant to me as it is to you.
all right. No need to bite. Wasn't trying to mess with you. You have Moses
Let's hope I won't run into any of them tonight.
looking for Marty, eh? Ever since you left, he's kind of lost. He's trying to hide it, but he's not the same bird.
Well, I don't think we'll have a teary reunion, thinking about how we parted.
Let me give you some advice, Sonny. Let him rage. He'll be the same after that. Anyway, he was the one that shot you, right? You should be mad, not him.
Oh,
It's not that simple, Bosco, but we'll see how he reacts. Thanks anyway.
No worries, pal.
Ah ouais, donc j'ai mon ancien coéquipier Marty qui m'a tiré dessus.
One of Blood Boyle's favorites. Mainly because he's a dog, of course.
C'est raciste.
Officer Jardine. They say she's clever, smart, and dangerous. We need... All it takes is one look, and my combs...
Parle-moi, Monica.
Monica Rosen. Receptionist in theory, but in reality, she's doing literally everything around here. Like the beating heart of the PD. Hey, Monica.
Hey, Boss Bird. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be...
Every day's a holiday since I got out of here.
I can tell. But what are you doing here? Are you here for a file? You know, I'm a little busy right now.
Yeah, you could look after a few things for me, but first I'd like to talk to Mr. Big Beak McChicken himself. Those two prickly assholes told me he's emptying the mag-
Like always. And if he carries on like that, he's gonna use up all our ammo. So it would be nice if you drag him out of there.
For him?
You know I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so just sign here and you're good to go.
Thank you, darling.
Don't mention it, Boss Bird.
Marty au stand de tir.
This is gonna be a hard ride. Last time we saw each other, he had a smoking gun in his hand and I was bleeding. I don't know how we can get past that.
Oh là là, le Marty.
Marty.
Merde. Misère.
Marty looks good. Big and loud and angry as always. Hey, Marty.
Ah oui, putain, il est costaud, hein.
Oh, well, look who's here. Hello, Boss Bird. Were you lost? This is the PD building, you know.
Cut the shit, Marty. We're better than this.
Well, at least you are. Better than anyone, huh?
Marty, come on, let's forget that. What's past is past.
Easy for you to say, Sonny.
Damn it, Marty, you shot me, remember? I almost bled to death.
Hell yeah, I remember. Unfortunately, my aim wasn't good enough.
Putain.
I need your help, okay? That's what you want to hear.
Même dans les discussions, c'est vraiment l'ambiance de l'époque, quoi.
Well, it's a start.
Okay, I've said it. I won't do it again.
Yeah, right.
So, are you in? Just for tonight. Small case. We'll wrap it up in no time.
What kind of case?
A personal one.
How personal?
Very. The kind of case where if you come with me right now, you're not on duty anymore.
Ooh, damn, Sonny. Stop it right there. I'm in.
That's it?
Do you know how boring life is here without your stupid, reckless shit? Soon enough, I'll shoot all the ammo in here out of boredom.
I'll tell you in the car.
Ooh, can I bring Bertha?
Ah, for the love of... Marty, this is a routine case. You can't bring your shotgun, okay?
Okay. But
All right, Susie.
that's what I want to hear.
Nickel. Linda.
Hey, there were 4 weapons here. Where are the others? You're not bringing them with you, I hope.
Oh, we're going to a bar, aren't we?
Yeah, that's the point.
And?
A buffalo killer and 2 handguns? We're only there to sniff around, not start a goddamn war.
Yeah, war, bar, what's the difference?
Of all that's furry, you know what? I don't even care.
That's the spirit.
Ah ouais, donc Marty c'est vraiment le mec qui... Ok. Je crois que je vais l'apprécier. Marty ça va être ma cam. Entraînement au tir.
I was just about to go when you came in, so if you want shooting practice, maybe turn on the lights first.
You're right. I'm gonna do that.
Lumière. Ah. Ok. obtient un indice. Comment ça obtient un indice? Ah, vise les ennemis avec ton pistolet, évite de tirer sur les otages. C'est simple comme bonjour. En tirant sur les ennemis, tu augmentes tes points et le temps restant. Mais si tu tires sur eux, ça va te voir, c'est le moment de faire feu, mais choisis bien. Après 6 coups, tu dois recharger ton arme, comme dans les westerns, mais au plus vite. Encore. Ok. Ça paraît pas mal. J'ai hésité, hein. J'ai cru que c'était un civil. Putain, c'est bien foutu. Ah. Je recharge comment? Ok. Ah! Fils de pute, mais c'est bon! Mais... si c'est pour défendre des criminels... Mais madame... Mais en plus les innocents ils se mettent bien devant. Ok. Miséricorde. Mais madame, arrêtez de protéger... Putain. Mais ça... je vais péter un plomb. 5300. Marcy, elle fait 10 000. C'était déjà chaud de faire 5 000. Lui, il fait 10 000. Bon, on va essayer. Ok, non, c'est bon. Non, c'est bon, les innocents qui se mettent devant les criminels au moment où tu tires, vas-y, t'arrases, quoi. Oh.
Bye, Mandy. See you.
You've named the poster girl. You a bit lonely these days?
You're one to talk. I've heard you muttering to her.
What, me? To a poster? Don't be silly.
Ok. Bah, partons.
Hey, Marty, what about Laura? How come she didn't eat you yet?
Yeah, very funny. We're good, by the way. Mostly.
Glad to hear it.
She asks a lot about you.
Really?
Yeah. She always hated you for getting me into trouble all the time.
Understandable.
But she also felt sorry for you.
Oh, well, thanks. That's much better.
If I'm honest with you, she loved the chicken police Marty better than this one.
Well, I think I'll take that as a compliment.
Whatever, Sonny.
Still drink coffee?
Yeah, my only poison. Except for guns, of course. And women.
We could visit our old haunt. What do you think?
Oh, a nice cup of Zips coffee and the hot dog. I'm in. Oh, and maybe we'll get into a little fight too, huh?
J'adore ce personnage, c'est bon.
If it comes to
C'est
that,
un
I'm
angélique
leaving
aussi.
you without a blink.
Oh yeah, like last time?
Those were different times, Marty, with a different Sonny.
Well, all right. To the city then.
You don't have to come with me, you know.
Okay, I know. Let's go. Sonny, there's a little problem.
Not so little, and it smells too. What the furry hell is Blood Boil doing here?
Well, it seems we can't avoid speaking to him.
Oh, yes, we can. You have your rifle with you, right?
Putain de merde.
Just kidding. Sort of.
Oof, I got...
Yeah, like a beaten dog.
Well, you, on the other hand, you...
Shut the clock up, Marty.
I see you're swamped, buddy.
I've sent the old lizard away. I don't need him to foul the air anymore.
Well, because he's a reptile.
No, because he's a good for...
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And you letting off some steam?
Something like that. We'll go and check out some seedy joint. We're cops after all, ain't we?
That's true, pal. Protect and serve.
Yeesh, get a room, you two.
Ah, shut up, Marty.
Ça parle mal, j'adore. Nouvelle fonction demandée.
What have you heard about the hot dog? Is it still standing?
Yeah, it is. But I don't frequent that neighborhood. You shouldn't either. Things have escalated there recently.
Au bar Ibn Wessler.
What do you know about Ibn Wessler? What's the old rat been up to lately?
They say he's keeping a pretty low profile these days. But he's been seen in the company of the Attorney General.
Attorney General Hamtaro, eh? That's interesting.
Le procureur Hamtaro, mais c'est quoi ce place de merde? C'est un dessin
So
animé.
interested in that rat. If you want another hole in your comb, I could help you too, you know.
It's just professional curiosity.
Yeah, of course. And I'm a fluffy little Labrador.
Whoa, 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 you forgot to mention this nugget about the case, Sonny. Ibn Club.
As far as I remember, you didn't let me tell you in the first place. Well, you're in now. No way back.
You're a piece of shit, Sonny, you hear me? What's this all about?
Fils de poussin, mais merde.
Easy, chicken. I'll tell you everything soon enough. Let's just get the hell out of here first.
If I already told you, it's a pleasure working with you.
No, but that's always good to hear, partner.
Cluck off.
What a surprise. The two pigeons back together. And without my permission, of course.
Chief Bloodboil.
Damn.
What was that, Santino?
Nothing, sir. What a lovely evening. Am I right?
I don't want to hear your crowing, Santino. What the hell are you doing here?
Hey, hey, hey. Careful with the racist barking, old hound.
Oh, it's getting hot in here. Can we just skip this part? It's New Year.
And you're on duty, if I'm not mistaken, Martin. Where do you think you're going?
That's it, boss. To serve and protect. Sonny was in the neighborhood and stopped by to say hi. He's a cop too, right?
Only on paper, and you know that very well, Detective.
I don't want any trouble, boss. I just wanted to say hi to Monica, and then this feather pillow showed up. I invited him to grab a quick coffee. You can allow him that much, can't you?
Your coffee breaks usually end up in shooting or brawling, chickens.
Oh, just a coffee, boss. I swear. Oh, have a heart. It's New Year's Eve, and I haven't seen my old partner for so long.
How touching. You shot him with a shotgun, if I remember.
Ça tire à balles réelles.
Family quarrel.
For all the marrow bones of the world, get the hell out of my sight.
Have a lovely evening, boss.
You especially. Fuck off right now, Santino.
Ça parle mal.
When you left,
When Blood Boil kicked me out, you mean?
yeah. So that affected.
Why? Because she can do her job in peace, fine.
You know that's not what I mean.
Yeah, I guess. We're leaving, sweetheart.
Stay safe, boys. I'm glad to see you two together again.
I'm afraid you're alone with that.
Hey, don't make me change my mind.
You won't, Marty. I bet you can't wait to get mixed up in some serious trouble again.
Yep, that's true.
I'm serious, boys. Be careful out there.
En fait, Marty c'est moi dans n'importe quel MMORPG. Il veut le bordel, il veut le chaos, il s'en fout. Même quand il essaie de passer pour quelqu'un de sérieux, ça prend en couille.
We're big birds, Monica. We can take care of ourselves. Mostly.
Okay, but take care of each other, too.
Will do, Monica.
Yes, ma'am.
On avait tout regardé, hein, de toute façon. Zone des bureaux.
Maybe next time. I'm not in the mood to meet any of...
Look at these two simpletons.
They don't even realize their jackets are full of holes.
Ah bah, ce que j'avais dit tout à l'heure.
For the wild God's sake, don't dare tell them.
I already tried, but nothing happened.
Figures.
Hello, gents. Everything all right?
Aye, everything's just fine, Sonny. Well, look, the chick police are together again. What a time to be alive. Am I right, Royce?
Hey, that reminds me. What I found under my coat. It's Her Majesty Big Bertha in the flesh.
Je me dis, ça va être un dialogue à la con, je l'ai vu sortir le pompe, j'ai dit c'est bon.
Whoa, don't shoot. We were just joking, okay? We don't want any trouble.
Yeah, I was just joking too. I'll never get bored with these two. They're so cute.
I wonder why they thought you would shoot at another cop.
Sachant que du coup, il a tiré sur Sony, du coup.
Hey, it's just happened once, okay? Am I right, boys?
You're right, Marty. And we all know it was an accident.
See?
Putain, le coup qu'il a sorti le pompe. Non, je suis désolé, c'était hardcore. C'est nickel ça. Alors, le Xar, Hot Dog, l'Hôtel Atlas. Retourne à l'Hôtel Atlas.
Yeesh. My condolences, pal. I see your cleaning lady died.
Yeah, she set foot in the bedroom once. I haven't seen her since. I didn't dare to go after her.
Oh, I wouldn't want to go in there either.
Cigarettes and whiskey.
Yeah, with a hint of dirty laundry, but no, this is lavender?
Ah, right. Now that's got to be the Ibanez dame. You know, the broad who gave me the letter. And the job, obviously.
Ah, pretty, huh? I can smell it. She's an exotic, too. An impala, maybe?
Ah, prononcez pas Impala, s'il vous plaît. Irano, j'espère qu'il est en train de dormir. Parce que là, vous allez avoir une supernaturologie, là, pendant 4 heures. Donc, s'il vous plaît.
Furry hell. That's
Ne le réveillez pas, il est endormi.
Boyle hates you so much. He's jealous because your nose is
Essayez pas de
better
l'invoquer.
than a clucking bloodhound.
Ouais, pour reboot il était destin.
The bitter old dog. He just hates all foul.
Ah, true. Except for Monica.
Monica's a fairy, not a bird.
So, well, let's gather my stuff and head to the club. We gotta find out who this Natasha is and what she wants from us. I mean, what she...
After you, Boss Bird. I wouldn't like to touch anything in here anyway. If it's okay, I'll just stand around and stare out the window.
Sure, just do it quietly. Just a bunch of you.
Ah, mais globalement, c'est les mêmes trucs.
It would be best to board it up. It'd go well with this rundown neighborhood.
It may be run down, but somehow I still feel like it's honest.
Sure, you could live in Cockroach Town. That's an honest place, too. Has a similar stink.
Believe me, Marty, I thought about it.
Why am I not surprised? Have you started on your great novel yet?
I've already started working on my will, but I realize I'd have to leave everything to you, so clock that.
Huh, pity. I've always wanted a chicken coop smelling like old socks and bourbon.
You'll have to earn it first, Marty. I'm gonna maybe in another... I suppose... My wife. You know, this city's outgrown us.
Why do you say that?
Well, don't you feel it? The whole place squeezing you. The polluted air, the sirens, and the smell of cordite.
Don't be such a drama queen. It's not the world that's changed, it's us. Clawville's
No, there really is something. You know the feeling of foreboding, of something wrong.
You're screwing me.
Yeah, but I'm not sorry.
No shit.
J'ai l'impression qu'on a fini ici.
You're getting older, Marty. You look like shit.
Gee, thanks.
I thought angels don't grow old.
Leave it, will ya?
Sure. Boo-hoo, huh?
When was the last time I was here?
I don't know. Years ago. When...
Whew, that was a wild night.
Yeah.
You know, Sonny, you can call me. Not just when you want to investigate some shady case from a shady dame and you need a big meat shield to cover your ass.
Times have changed, Marty.
All right, Boss Bird. Whatever you say.
Have you been there before?
Never. You know, it's not my style. It's too fancy for me. I'm more like the smoky, smelly, ramshackle little joint type.
Yeah, same here.
But we're not gonna mingle like this, right?
We're not searching for a tailor on New Year's Eve, okay? We'll go as we are.
That'll be exciting.
Let's just stay out of trouble, okay?
What trouble?
That's the spirit.
So she just turned up with a message and this flyer, and you fell for it?
Maybe I was bored, or maybe there's more to this thing than meets the eye.
Yeah, there's always more.
Maybe I just wanted to meet you for old time's sake.
That's not funny.
I've never had a good sense of humor. You know that better than anyone.
That's for sure. So the Tsar Club, huh? My city's on fire. Sounds good. But that's all? It's kind of weak for a clue.
It's not a clue. It's just a guide. By the way, it's New Year's Eve. We deserve some fun, right?
Well, that's true. But it's never that easy with you, Boss Bird. There's something you're not telling me, right?
Nothing important, Marty.
Yeah. If you say so. Oh, hi, Mr. Sinclair. How are we?
Sinclair is doing fine, thanks. Anyway, you still talk to your guns?
Yeah. And so what? Other animals talk to their plants. Crazy, isn't it? At least a gun has a soul. And it's useful.
I can't believe you're allowed to walk around.
Oh, if you only knew what I'm packing right now.
I don't want to know what's under your feathers,
Ok, paf. J'ai fini ici?
Why are you staring at me like...
I was just thinking about...
Jeez, old bird. You want to look around,
No, I mean figuratively.
Oh, well then it's a good question.
Thanks for your help, partner. It's a pleasure to work with you again.
Don't mention it, boss. So, am I staring quiet?
Well, the floor's creaking a bit.
You're an asshole.
Ça parle mal. Allons, hop dog.
The hop dog was like the last warning. You can still turn back. My eyes lingered on the sign. An enormous dog. Like a neon god with limitless power over cheap hot dogs, plastic hamburgers, and watered-down coffee. The cold light called me, but I didn't want to get out of the car. If we went in, we were all gonna be pancakes, kept together by cold syrup. Marty's worried look shook me out of my reverie. Oh, cluck. Was I talking to myself again?
Oh, le mouche.
There used to be such life around here before it became an insect ghetto.
That was a very long time ago.
I was a little chick, and the hop dog had the best pancakes in the entire city.
Well, since Zip became the owner, the cook, and the waitress.
True.
But at least the coffee's good.
That's right. I have no idea what that mongrel's doing with it.
Ah ouais, putain.
Peaceful, isn't it?
Because the whole town's probably drunk by now.
Maybe that's the only way it can bear itself.
Doesn't it remind you of someone?
Shut up, Marty.
Got you there, old bird. Could this wreck belong to Zip?
Well, it's a wreck just like him, so I guess it could.
Parlons à ce SDF
Poor
mouche.
bastard.
He's looking okay, Marty. Remember what we saw when we worked at the Hive?
Wild ones. Don't even remind me. Trying to forget.
It's been even worse since. I guess you heard.
Who hasn't? You know, people are afraid that the Great Fire will happen again, and those...
I don't speak of the devil, Marty. But to be honest, I have no idea.
I do. We just open the ghettos and let the insects live among us like they did for centuries.
Your heart is pure gold, buddy. But you know it's not. Hey, pal. Can you hear me?
D'accord. Pas droit à une cause a priori.
Are you sure that thing's a dog?
The name Hop Dog is quite a giveaway. Don't you think so, Mr. Detective?
Sometimes the most natural connections lead us astray.
Who's that natural-born genius?
Yeah, right.
Of all that's furry.
Is this still a...
The situation's getting even worse, Marty. Have you heard how they...
I have no idea what goes on in the Hive, Sonny. I don't think...
Prostitution is the lesser evil. What's worse is that some folks have to sell their
Eh
kids
ben.
when there's...
Wait, what?
They pay a hefty sum for each of them downtown. They sell them as...
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
We made this city, Marty. Clawville didn't do this to itself.
Rien d'autre. Eh ben entrons.
Ugh, the place is deserted. Poor Zip.
You're right.
Yeah, the guy's middle name is Bad Luck.
That's for sure.
And voila, the master himself.
What a finch.
Sonny, he's a pigeon, not a finch.
Don't make me angry, Marty.
Okay, I was only joking.
Kirsten Mavis. Oh. Pour une poignée de plumes, les mouches mortes ne parlent pas. Viens me croquer, ma ville est en feu, l'ombre en a un doute et tout le fil ne sont pas des porcs. Ah, ok, d'accord. Ouais, c'est l'OSC en fait. Maman. Ouais, c'est ça, c'est l'OST. Le menu.
You still don't eat meat, old man?
I'm a rooster, a chicken.
I don't mean real meat. I'm not a lunatic. But a meat substitute?
Why would I? If I don't eat meat, why would I eat a substitute?
Because you can. That's the point.
Wild gods, Marty. Stop being such a sheep. Do you...
Substitute isn't meat, Sonny. And if it's tasty...
I don't care what you eat. But don't be surprised when you lose all your feathers or you try to bite off your...
Seigneur. Ok.
The highlight of my day.
Yeah, I can smell it already. How does he make the coffee?
Look at that mangy trash panda and tell me, do you...
You're...
As always.
Ah, mais c'est un panda roux.
What in sun?
Fuck the king.
Well, that's a good question, pal.
Toutes les couleurs sont parties. C'est un film noir, il n'y a pas de couleur.
The door didn't look like this last time.
Yeah, because last time you tore it out and beat that baboon with it.
Putain, j'adore Marty.
Oh yeah, I remember now. So that...
He had to. We didn't leave much of it standing.
If I didn't know how nice we are, I'd almost hate ourselves.
Welcome to the club, partner.
Parlons panda.
He sure didn't get an...
Or prettier.
You think he's still mad at us?
Frankly, Marty, I don't get...
Hello, boys. Now, get the hell out of here while I'm asking nicely.
Hey, is that how you greet two old friends?
Hey, I'm not joking, Sonny. I got a shotgun under the bar.
No, you don't, because if you had, we'd arrest you here and now.
If there's still life in you when you're full of buckshot.
Ah, it's going well so far.
We're just here for a coffee, Zip.
Nothing's like old times. Haven't you noticed?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's quite noticeable.
Shit. All right. And where'd you blow in from?
We haven't been anywhere yet, but we're going somewhere.
Everybody's going somewhere, right?
Tell me, how much do you know, Zip?
That depends. How deep is it?
Bottom of the well kind. Goes down around Ibn Wessler.
Holy hell! Wessler? You've dipped your wings in deep sh...
If you've got anything on him, don't keep it to yourself. We'd be...
Grateful. Maybe you're not gonna trash my joint this time, eh? You know, Ibn's acting strange nowadays. He always believed that if you want something done, you do it yourself.
And?
But now, he left his real estate, the fish racing clubs, the casinos, and the bars to his right-hand man, Mongrel Mick. And ever since, he's been kinda weird. Bottomed out. Brooding in the seediest joint.
Yeah, weird.
It's always about a lady.
Merci Marty. Merci. Merci d'établir la vérité.
Well, there is a woman.
I knew it.
But not like you think.
Is this gonna cost much?
Only a favor. Like the good old days.
Okay, I'm in. Have you ever been to that place?
Of course, 100 times. Everyone who matters in this city's been there. Sorry, guys. But then, it had...
Business affairs.
Yeah, that was the dark era, Sonny. I don't want to talk about it.
Roger that.
I've gotta say, you've revamped the joint pretty well.
Yeah, after you trashed it, I had to.
Look, I'm sorry, Zip. That ocelot.
Baboon, not gorilla.
Putain, mais ce racisme. C'est pas un chinois, c'est un vietnamien.
Whatever.
Mais tais-toi.
Sonny, watch your beak.
Merci.
So you owe me one until about the end of time. But I'd settle for you washing up here for a few years after it.
Mind your tongue, furball. So, Ibn's gone insane.
Love will kill you in the end, they say.
Seems like everyone's in a poetic mood today.
You're one to talk, by the way.
Huh? Why?
Natasha
So,
Kadzenko.
about that woman. Is she really that dangerous?
What woman isn't, eh?
No, Zip. I'm mean really dangerous.
She's got the most influential gangster of the city wrapped around her finger. She calls him her little furball.
Oh, yeah.
How dangerous do you think she?
You didn't get any younger, pal.
You're telling me? You look like you haven't had a good night's sleep.
To be honest, I've never had a good night's sleep in my life.
You will when the big sleep.
And what are your plans?
Of course. You got a bit.
A couple, yeah. But somehow this suits you.
You know what? Your mother's a goat.
Putain. Ça parle mal, j'adore.
You think he might know something about the...
He knows almost everybody in this.
Bah on a tout fouillé, hein, j'ai l'impression que là c'est bon. Le Dallas c'est bon, le Xar. Eh ben allons directement au Xar.
Midnight had passed, and the intoxicated madness kicked in. We could only crawl along Shalva District's main street toward downtown. The city's heart beat differently. Ancient buildings were defaced by neon signs and billboards, like half-drunk lovers on a fine leather sofa. Great old houses neighbored by garish modern blocks. A place that makes the head hurt. The Tsar's huge neon sign was visible for miles. A blazing red sign advertised tonight's main attraction, the amazing Natasha. Cops were never welcomed at places like this. I hoped we were too late for the show. We had to be inconspicuous, but it was never easy with this bird mountain by my side.
Oh là 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 là. L'ambiance elle est nickel, hein. Je suis désolé si j'anime pas le live comme d'habitude, mais déjà je suis à fond dans l'histoire, donc je lis en même temps. Et bah, comme c'est un jeu d'enquête, il faut pas perdre la moindre miette. Enfin j'aime bien avoir toutes les infos, tu vois.
More like infamous, Marty. It's not for our kind, that's for sure. And I don't mean that they don't like foul here.
Well, at least we don't have to be afraid that they see you as a detective, Boss Bird.
Very funny, Marty.
So what are we gonna do now?
We find Natasha, the broad who sent me the message, remember? But first we need to get into the club. And Marty, please, don't monkey this up.
Excuse me? On behalf of the well-respected and noble primate community?
Cut the crap, Marty. Let's focus on what we're here for, okay?
As you say, Boss Bird.
Oh, Lewis.
You know, seeing this, I can't wait for the show.
The girls?
New Year's Eve's once a year, right? And we're not on duty.
Have I asked how Laura's doing?
Whoa, hey, I was just kidding, okay?
Interesting taste you've got.
Feathers, scales, or dermal armor, a lady's a lady, my friend.
Thank the wild gods for self-sacrificing gentlemen like you.
Mais je vous dis, Marty, ça va être le GOAT hein, de ce live. Hein.
Hey, that's your old friend, right? Wait, what was his name? Lawrence? Lamar? No, Liam.
Lewis. Yeah.
To be honest, Sonny, I always thought that guy's not all there in the head.
Nobody's perfectly sane in Clawville, Marty. But if not for this old rabbit,
should I thank him for that?
Or kill him for it?
You're reading my mind, boss. Honestly, I think these types of women only see faceless tuxedos, cufflinks, and wallets.
Don't be so radical, Marty. They're women. They live by...
That was kind of deep.
It's not. Just bullshit.
Ooh, teach me, master.
When you're old and wise like me, you'll realize...
Wait, that was...
Maybe it was, Marty.
Amazing. Is Lucas really such a big fan?
Lewis. And yes, he's got the whole Chicken Police book series. Damn his taste.
Do you remember when the Clawville Chronicle was a really high...
You mean when they wrote something about us?
Yeah. What exactly happened to them?
Oh, they got bored with us, Marty. And to be honest, so did I.
But still, here we are working together again. Funny, huh?
Yeah, hilarious.
Whoa, look at that. Isn't that the new...
It is, Marty. A brand new 942 Silver Hawk. Haven't seen such beauty since I left Averia.
Of all that's furry.
Maybe it's Ibn Wessler's. I guess he's no paper.
Yeah, he sounds like a fellow who drives around in one of these. Lucky bastard.
Sonny, my dear friend.
Hi, Lewis. This is my partner. But I'm sure you already know.
You have no idea how happy I am to meet you, Mr. Marty. I'm a big admirer of your work.
Pleasure's all mine, Lawrence.
J'ai l'impression que Lewis, je le vois comme l'asiatique dans Tintin, là, je sais plus son nom.
The legendary chicken police back together. Isn't it amazing news?
Enfin, tu sais, l'asiatique un peu simplet.
Don't ruffle my feathers, Lewis. Those days are long gone. We're just here for the entertainment. Or something like that.
I see.
See you inside?
I have something to do, my...
Okay then. Catch you later, Pep.
Je connais, il faut parler au videur avant d'entrer.
Huh, I like this.
Why is that?
I don't know. 'Cause it's moving, I guess.
You're a simple bird, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Marty, ça va être mon personnage préféré, je le sens.
That fella's built like a brick shithouse. I don't think we'll be able to...
Wanna bet?
Not today, Marty. Remember, we must avoid...
Okay. No trouble. It's okay, Bertha. Maybe next time.
Putain! Mais donnez-lui un Oscar à ce perso.
What was that?
Nothing. Just the wind.
Did you bring Big Bertha with you?
Gods, no. What are you thinking? What idiot would bring a shotgun to a club?
Was that a rhetorical question?
Jeez, look at that guy.
That's not a guy. That's a demon. Straight from the dog-eared pages of a cheap detective novel.
Yeah, I bet his name's Bill.
Nah, he's definitely a Bob.
$5 for Bill?
Okay, I'm in. Howdy, pal.
Gentlemen, how can I help you on this wonderful, chilly night?
Ah oui, putain.
We're expected in the VIP lounge.
My apologies, but I don't remember ever seeing you gentlemen here before.
Stop right there, big guy. I get it. Yeah, I know exactly how this works.
Nothing's easier, sir. Are you...
The list. Yeah,
don't tell me you forgot.
I'm afraid I did, Marty. Sorry, big guy, but I'm pretty sure we're not on the list tonight.
That's a shame. I'm really sorry, sirs. In that case, you can't come.
Yeah, right.
My pleasure, gentlemen.
Look, I really don't want any trouble, but...
It is even more inconvenient for me, sir, but this place doesn't like coppers. Forgive this slang. I can't let just anybody in, and there are some I'm strictly forbidden to. Please, you have to understand.
Listen here, you cow. Do you have any idea who we are? You ever read the papers?
Il peut pas se calmer, lui.
Of course, I know who you are, sir. I read the news and more, and I must admit it's an honor to meet you in person, Mr. Santino Featherland and Mr. Marty Machikin. The Bell of the Pantheress is one of my favorite books.
Oh my god, not the books again.
So it would be terribly inconvenient for me if I had to use force on you, gentlemen.
What did you just say?
Relax,
Putain, mais il
Marty.
débat en
This
quart de
guy has
tour, Marty,
chicks
c'est
like you
incroyable.
for breakfast. Thanks for the information, pal. Have a nice night.
Thank you for understanding, gentlemen. And forgive me for my...
No problem, Shakespeare. Say, big guy, you know Mr. Lewis Hayworth?
But of course, Mr. Hayworth is an impeccable gentleman. And also a frequent visitor of the club.
Is that so? Good to know. And?
I'm afraid that is all, monsieur.
What can you tell me about the first lady of the place, big guy?
You mean Miss Natasha Katsenko, sir?
You're right on point, pal.
Nothing you don't know already, sir.
Just try me.
Well, she owns the place.
Bah, elle est proprio, ça on le savait.
And, that's it? Well, that's, unbelievable.
Pardon, monsieur, but I'm not permitted to say anything more.
Putain, j'adore la VO du videur. On dirait un russe. J'imagine bien un... Ah putain, comment ça s'appelle Randy Nash. Comment il s'appelle le catcheur? C'est Randy Nash? Celui qui a joué le russe là. Enfin, même le catcheur en fait. Kevin Nash, voilà, merci.
Just one more thing. This list of yours, where's...
I'm afraid if you don't know, it's not my place to tell you, sir.
You hear that, Sonny?
I do, Marty. I do.
I'm gonna lose my crest from this guy. Just wait.
Just don't get too excited, Marty. Look, Lewis, that bouncer over there.
Well, yes. He is a bit intimidating, but his manners are impeccable. Am I right?
Yes, indeed, but it seems tonight we're not on his list.
Oh, I see. Oh, I get it. I get it. You'd like to go in, but he...
Merci casse là-bas.
Yeah, something like that.
No, no problem at all. Come with...
Much obliged, pal.
Yeah, thanks, Bunny.
Excuse...
Ah, jeez, what the hell's wrong with you?
What? Did I say something wrong?
Punaise de merde.
Sir, how'd you do?
Everything's fine, Mr. Hayworth.
Good. Look, this noble...
Merci la mon, sir.
And as for you, you owe me one.
Thanks, old pal.
It was my pleasure to help.
Ah bah impeccable.
The jazz overwhelmed us. There was no band in sight, yet the music seeped from the walls like years of cigarette smoke and the smell of spilled whiskey. Behind the bar, rows of fancy bottles reflected the harmonious voices of pretty dames and the clinking of crystal glass. It was the kind of place that makes you drunk, even if you've never had a sip. A dangerous place for someone like me. No matter how alien I felt, it was strangely like coming home. Welcome to the Tsar. Well, here we are.
Mother of...
I take you to the nicest places, eh, sweetheart?
Oh, does it mean you're buying, honey?
Don't even think about it.
Oh, men these days. So, we're here to find a dame called Natasha.
I have a hunch she won't be hard to find. Let's mingle and try to avoid suspicion.
Just like always.
No, Marty, not like always. Listen.
Y a beaucoup d'infos. Ah oui, il y a beaucoup de choses. Je vais juste baisser le son parce que j'ai l'impression qu'il y a les basses qui sont en train de péter un câble. Les basses du jazz qui sont en train de péter un plomb. Merde, non. Voilà. Ah, Seigneur. Alors. Il y a beaucoup d'infos, j'ai l'impression. Ouais, c'est surtout ici, ok. Bah, allons de gauche à droite.
Look, Sonny, I know it's not my place, but Laura's father went to that guy when his, problems had gone.
J'ai vraiment de shipper le whisky là.
Treading on thin ice, Marty.
No, I just. Look, fellas at the station are talking, you know?
Talking, eh? About what? About why Blood Boil took my badge? About what an untrustworthy alcoholic wreck I am?
Look, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter.
Good. And let it stay that way.
At least we're cracking this one together, yeah?
Sure, Marty.
Hey, there's Philmar.
Who? Oh, yes. Philmar. Because
you know him well?
we had some seriously wild cases together, yes. Mainly in Averia. Where...
Sounds good. Like the blurb of some cheap pulp fiction book.
Yeah, it was the exact opposite. But the old bird's worth saying hi to. Well, well, if it isn't the great detective, Marlowe.
Blow me, Sonny. You know I don't use that name anymore.
Okay, Mr. Dumbass alias Phil Marlowe.
So says someone who tried to go undercover with a feather pillow mafia is a turkey. Right, Mr. Turk Cayman?
Hey, that was a long time ago. I was young.
And I stick to my principles and my stupidity. Phil Marlowe, and that's that. Don't rile me up, you old fuck.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, I'm a little...
I know the feeling, pal. By the way, what are you...
We stick out? Man, you look terrible. Like someone who sat on an electric pole.
Don't even ask. I feel exactly like that.
You want a case?
5 feet tall, half of that legs. Angelic voice, demonic eyes. Just the usual.
Oh, boy.
Eh ben.
And you?
Something like that. Just don't know the exact numbers yet. A dame named Natasha. She called us here.
Yeah, she owns the joint, amongst others. Well, good luck, guys. That broad has...
Any useful information?
For free?
Stop clucking around, Philmar.
All right, but just because of the old days. Look for me after you've talked to her. You wouldn't understand what I have to say about her before then. Don't leave unless you're thrown out, in which case, you know the drill. We don't know each other, I'll deny you in a blink.
Good to see you too, old pal.
She has pretty long legs. I mean, pretty and long legs for a squirrel, but I don't want to be prejudiced.
We're not here to stare at pretty squirrels. We're here to investigate, remember? So, where the hell is Natasha?
Let's ask that stud over there with those
That guy looks way too horny.
Oh man, your sense of humor is bad as...
You just need to get used to it again.
What if...
I was hoping to have missed the main event.
You're a rusty old cock, that's...
So says the little butt jam.
But what? That's not even a word.
It is now, all because of you. I'm honored. Butt jam.
You know, Sonny, sometimes you're like an evil little child. A fox is a wolf who sends flowers.
What?
Oh, nothing. I read it somewhere.
Fascinating. I didn't know you.
Ha ha ha.
This guy is certainly not a gangster henchman.
Of course he's not.
Ah, il baigne.
Just act nonchalant.
No.
What now?
Is that a...
No, Marty.
Hey, Olivia.
Are you talking to me?
It's me.
Oh, God.
What a pleasant surprise. The rooster coppers.
Chicken police. But yeah, Mr. Wessler, you could say so. The name's...
Sunny Featherland, of course, of course.
Marty McChicken. Sir, I just introduced...
Oh, yeah.
Hello, boys.
So, to what do we owe this place?
Yeah, so, we were...
Cut the crap, Marty. All right, we're here for your sweetheart, Natasha.
Oh, I see.
No big deal. Just a blackmail thing. You know, horrifying threats written on the...
Oh, yeah, indeed. It's, nasty business. But I didn't know Natasha hired a detective because of this simple matter. But to be honest, I understand. I would have taken...
Mr. Wessler had a meeting with Attorney General Hamtaro yesterday, so he's rather tired.
Oh, dear Olivia, it's okay. These gentlemen are just doing their job, right? And if I've heard correctly, they're notoriously thorough.
We've got a few questions, if you don't mind.
I'm at your service.
Nice bunker you got here.
Well, thank you, but it's not mine. Not anymore. But I'm sure you already know that. Listen, detective. If you want to know something, please ask straight, huh?
All right, Mr. Wessler, let's make this a bit more professional.
I'm not as exciting as people tend to believe. I grew up in a poor family of many siblings. I'm the only one still alive, unfortunately. My career started with a shoe store, and now, here I am.
I wouldn't call that an average life. Shoe store owner to mob boss.
How dare you speak to Mr. Wessler like that?
Leave it, Olivia, dear. It's just...
I'm sorry if I offended you, Mr. Wessler.
On n'est pas en
Everybody
position.
knows Mr. Hayworth. He's an antique piece of furniture in this city, so to speak.
Only a bit worn out.
It's not my fault that he's so much in debt, detective, but the name of his family still rings quite loud in Clawville.
Is that still worth anything?
The name is just their name, of course, but the man behind the name is another matter, Mr. Featherland.
You're a pragmatic rat.
Thank you. Look, detective, if you want to know something...
All right, Mr. Wessler. Has your assistant been working for you long?
Are you talking about me?
Yes, I'm talking about you.
Let me answer your question then. I've been in Mr. Wessler's employment for 6 months. Why do you ask?
Oh, just routine questioning, you know. Most of them aren't good for anything.
It sounded rude to me.
Yeah, please forgive a detective. I live...
On interroge.
Wessler's a tricky guy. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about him, so I have to be cunning. I can't...
Si sournois, dur son nanana.
How did you feel when you heard about the blackmail?
Honestly, I found it ridiculous.
And now?
Now I'm kinda interested. But I wouldn't call it blackmail yet. They're just empty threats. There were no demands.
Good point.
Thank you. Are we done?
No, not quite.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You seem a very busy man. May I ask what you do?
It's,
Would you elaborate?
I got a small share in the meat substitute business. If the new product works, maybe we can make your job easier.
You mean reduce predation in Clawville?
There are such plans. If you're interested, talk to Olivia.
Thank you. That's it for now. taciturn, Mr. Wessler, though I've heard you're quite the speaker.
Look, I'll gladly talk to anyone about business, and even happier to talk about art. But,
Sorry for any offense, Mr. Wessler. Wessler is tougher than I thought, and he's secretive.
Aïe 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 aïe.
Are you and Natasha close?
what do you mean exactly, chicken?
Mr. Featherland, if you please. This could be important. How does she stand on a scale from sweetheart?
Oh, you have some nerve. Ask her.
Really?
Maybe you can't comprehend it, but I can't ask for her hand until she offers it to me herself.
How chivalrous.
Get to the point, detective.
Ibn is quick-tempered, and I can use that to my advantage. I've confound...
Ah putain.
The mob boss and...
Huh? Are you trying to piss me off, Corpora, so I accidentally...
A simple answer would...
You know, Natasha...
You don't remember? That's true.
Ah, yeah. The millions, of course. It was like another lifetime.
I guess she was willing.
The next day, she had the club in her name.
Well, that is...
There are many kinds of romance, Birdman. There's cheap and there's expensive. You get...
Do you live in the same house as Natasha?
Oh, you're really something. Natasha's a free woman, but mostly, yeah.
How often?
Yeah, every other weekend. Roughly.
I see. That's very important information.
Yeah, if you say.
So Natasha feels like she's in grave danger.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at. But I'm 100% sure of her loyalty. She's gone out very rarely since this started, and mostly in my company. Yeah.
Illegal gambling nights.
You got me there. Yeah, you're right.
Always putting it all on the red, right?
Yeah, you're a real rotten bastard, Sonny. Although, yeah, always on the red. Yeah, right.
So,
Ça parle mal,
can
j'adore.
you meet your lady?
I don't see why not. But first.
Ah, poulet rôti. Bien de s'efforcer de changer de sexe quand on développe les méthodes de façon et ça c'est plus ce qu'il prétend.
Wessler's a trick.
Essayons.
How did you...
No.
Good point.
Thank you.
No.
I'm sorry to...
Why didn't you just call the police?
Huh? Why? What would have been the use of that? A few...
Harassment makes for a case. So do threat.
Who were you trying to convince, Sonny? Huh? They would have laughed in my face. Anyway, you know...
Your lawyers are too good for that.
Yeah, I guess you're right, chicken.
Ah, mais c'était pas la bonne truc.
Why would anyone have reason to blackmail your girl?
I don't know, maybe because she's my girlfriend?
You think that's enough?
It's plenty enough.
Good point.
Oh, are you finally...
Very much so, Mr. Wessler is tough. Are you...
What do you... me get to the...
Ibn and...
Ah. Ouais, c'est.
Wessler's a... How did...
Thank you.
No.
I'm sorry.
You seem a very busy...
Ça on y a vu déjà.
Is this place yours?
No.
Never been yours?
Why do you ask questions you already know the answer?
Wessler, how did you...
On va essayer d'avoir les bonnes réponses quand même. D'ailleurs, d'être quelqu'un occupé. Donc, ça, oui.
Thank you.
Donc là, on l'a. Ensuite. Donc ça, c'est caca.
You're very...
Look, I'll glad.
Sorry. Wessler's...
Décidément.
Good.
I'm sorry.
Décidément.
Thank you. How are your alibis, Mr. Wessler?
Am I a suspect? That was fast. But thank you for.
No need. And no, you're not a suspect.
That's
Wessler is tougher than... Were there any similar... I mean, threats, blackmail, and...
I don't know about enemies, but she's a celebrity. A star shining bright in...
Natasha doesn't feel that way.
I've noticed.
Do you think someone who can't take bridge...
Why not? It's quite common.
It's a typical motive, indeed. And...
Yeah. Attorney General Hamtaro is obsessed with Natasha. But he's, more like...
I get it. Have there been some...
Right to the point, yeah? Yeah, I get it. But sadly...
Well, it really seems...
You do that.
Ah!
Would you...
Yeah.
Mais merde!
So that...
Parfait! Pression du focus 90. Attends, on va essayer. On a les questions,
I'm sorry.
Non, je vois si je peux avoir le 100%, c'est pour ça.
Thank you. How are you... No.
That's...
Don't you...
Anything else?
Is every...
Yeah.
Yeah. Have the...
Right, you do.
On va réussir! Putain, il est chiant! Hein.
How did you... Good.
Putain, je lui mettrais une bastos dans la tête!
You see... Thank you. How are you... No.
That's...
Whether it...
I've no...
Do you... What? I get... Have the...
Right, you do.
Ah, mais putain!
How did... Good.
I'm sorry.
On va y arriver, on va y arriver.
You... Thank you. How are you... No.
That's...
Whether...
I've no...
Do you... It's... I get...
Donc ça, c'est mort, ça non plus. Mais je suis mafia. Bah si, ça du coup. Parce que ça, c'était un mauvais point, je crois.
Would you...
You're joking, right?
Maybe I can get you an invitation. Believe me, you'd love it. Because...
Yeah, you have a peculiar...
Yeah, I guess you're... Wessler's... How did you... Good. No.
I'm sorry.
You... Thank you. How are you... No.
That's...
Whether...
I've no...
Do you... I get... The mob...
Huh?
You...
Yeah.
Do you...
Ça, c'est un moins 10 je crois. Hein.
As I've told you, Natasha's a free woman, huh? She's not.
Are you afraid for her? You know.
I never said a black car doesn't drive by 2 or 3 times a day, but it's just caution.
I suppose. So.
Ah, je commence à voir à peu près le truc. Je commence à voir à peu près le truc.
Thank you. How?
I've no.
Do you? I get. You. Do you? So
100%, voilà. C'est ça qu'on veut. Les gens vivants. Parfait.
Thank you for your time.
T'as 10 minutes pour avoir le truc parfait.
I have no doubt about that.
C'est incroyable.
Unfortunately.
Hey, we should grab a coffee or something, Olivia.
Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen. Goodbye.
Oh.
Please take a seat. The show's gonna.
Mais j'ai pas tout regardé en... Putain, j'ai chier. Tant pis. Oh.
Sonny.
Chloe's still lying in my bed, and it's dead.
Oh là 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 là, mais la qualité! Non, je suis désolé.
That was unique.
Oh, that is cute. Nobody has ever given me such a unique compliment before.
Forgive me, my name is Santino Featherland.
I thought so. You look more or less like...
More or less?
Sometimes less is more.
You were amazing, dear. As always.
Could you be my little furball and fetch me a cocktail?
But of course.
Ibn will be back soon. We'll have a few minutes to talk. Then he'll end the conversation and throw you both out.
With all due respect, ma'am, we're not that easy to get rid of. Doesn't matter who's trying, believe
Parce qu'il y a trop la confiance.
Doesn't matter, he'll do it. That's why I'm telling you. I don't want a scene.
Hey, I understand. You know, they call him Target Marty at the station.
I don't have time, Mr. Featherland.
Sure thing, Natasha. I'll come to your room. 3 knock.
I'll be waiting. Go, before he comes.
I knew she was trouble the first time I saw her. She wore danger like a perfume. It was simply part of her being, and it attracted me, like light attracts the moth people. I wanted to be the microphone as she whispers her melodies, or the...
Oh!
Gee, that is a unique picture, and kind of daring.
Yes, I admit it's a little daring. I keep it. It evokes good memories.
He's got an eye, that's for sure, considering his model.
Was that supposed to be some kind of compliment?
I don't know. I don't compliment often. Not.
Oh, you're fun.
I bet you spend a lot of your time staring into the mirror.
Maybe you were trying to be rude, but, you know...
I was just trying to be rude.
Oh, really? Well, then I'm sorry.
Don't mention it. This woman's aware of her charm, and she knows how to use it. A rare and...
How do you like your bourbon, Mr. Featherland?
In a glass. But thanks, I had a couple before I came. I feel like...
I hope it doesn't bother you if I have one myself.
I get offended if women don't drink in my company.
Oh, you are a funny guy.
So I've been told. Anyway,
Yes. Look, Mr. Featherland.
It's sunny. Saves us a lot of time.
Okay, Sonny.
Oh, yeah, mais c'est... Ah!
So, why am I here?
You know, men tend to babble in my presence.
It must be exhausting.
It is. But you're not the type to beat around the bush.
Is it too banal if I tell you it's an occupational hazard?
Terribly.
So can I start the unpleasant questions?
I've asked you here so you can do what you...
Really? I thought you asked because you wanted me to investigate for you.
You do have a sense of humor.
Only if I'm a bit hungover. That's usually quite common.
Oh, please drop the act about being the alcoholic, heartbroken ex-cop, Sonny. It would undoubtedly suit you, but, I've seen you scanning my room. From the second you set foot in here, you started working, and everything I say gets sorted in your brain. Am I right?
That's a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, it's something like that.
Well then, Sonny.
Oh, that's something I don't hear often. With pleasure. Seriously.
Although I didn't include Ibn in my little private mission.
Yeah, let me guess. There's someone at the station.
Someone? You're so cute when...
Have you ever had dealings with...
Not in this city.
And otherwise?
Does it really matter, Mr. Featherland?
Maybe it does. More than a little.
I'm afraid you'll have to unravel that thread yourself.
Natasha is a confident woman. I can exploit that. But I must be careful.
Natasha Kadzenko.
That was a remarkable performance.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Do you perform here frequently? You're also the owner, if I'm not mistaken.
Sadly, I don't have the time, but the stage still calls my name.
So that was all the excitement.
I have many admirers, if that...
The place is very elegant, and so's your room.
Why, thank you.
I kind of feel like I'm in a museum.
That depends on the kind of museum.
The kind with nice things.
Oh.
Suspiciously nice things.
Do you think I'm...
We'll see about that.
Try me.
Do you think one of your admirers might be behind the threat?
Those who admire me usually idolize me. No, I don't think it's one of them.
You know, the soul of an animal is extremely complicated. Sometimes all it takes is a bad look or some small rejection to turn admiration into...
That's a stillborn theory. No one hates me if...
Ah, I see.
Elle est froide.
This whole case stinks. What are you trying to...
Don't disappoint me, Sonny. I thought we...
I'm just a simple old cock.
I sincerely hope that's not true.
Deep behind the diamond skin lies the truth. It doesn't matter.
Ah!
Natasha, that was...
Ah, le moins 50 là il m'a...
Try me.
Le moins 50 là il m'a scotché là.
Why Deborah? She's a nice girl, but...
Didn't you ask her the same?
I did, but I like to hear it from all sides.
Well, since this whole thing started, I admit
Ibn Wessler has nothing to do...
Ibn has everything to do with me. Almost everything.
Deep behind the diamond... What was in those threats? Exactly.
The message itself is not a threat. It's just...
But a word again and again is threat.
Exactly.
So,
You really don't have any idea?
I guess I do.
Whore. Cat got your tongue? Am I right? You heard it. I said what you were thinking. And yes, that was in the message. That...
Well, thank you for your... Could the threats have anything to do with the dangerous...
You mean I'm a cat and he's a rat?
Every interracial relationship has risk. But yes, this one's more conspicuous than most.
Clawville's a very open and free city, but I guess you see more radical transgression.
One of the most common causes in homicidal and predatory cases, ma'am.
Well, I don't know about that. Nobody ever questioned our relationship openly. We are what we are. And you know, if you're interested in my personal feelings...
It must be one interesting relationship, that's for sure. I'm not sure I can feel the same, but I can...
Maybe one day you'll experience it, Sonny. Have you ever been with a predator before?
Well...
Well...
That's unsteady ground, Natasha. Let's turn...
As you...
How many fools like me have you used up?
In all my life? Well...
I just forget it. I don't want to know. Curious.
I'm just joking. You're not a fool, Sonny. I know that was supposed to be a kind of insult, but it...
Fair point. Broadcast received, ma'am. Natasha is a mysterious woman, but I must gouge out...
Ah!
Natasha...
Oh, le moins 60, mais
Try.
Do you... Huh? Why?
Ibn.
What?
The...
But...
You...
No one's ever...
That's one of the most curious things. Ibn has men everywhere.
One of them could be the culprit.
Ibn pays his animals well, and he's the most dangerous man in the city.
Maybe, ma'am.
What poetry.
Never. I'm afraid I'd...
Maybe that's the point. I would read about you. Not
Furry hell. Do you
like everyone else in the city.
Oh, great.
I think it's flattering, even as badly written tales of heroes.
You enjoy it?
Oh, just a little, Sonny. Just a little.
So it's not a fan and not an insight.
Aren't you supposed to?
Usually, yes. But I've got nothing to go on. And you don't have a...
Maybe I do. But first, I want...
I'm here, aren't I?
That's true, but I'm...
The proof of the pudding?
I wish it was that simple.
Natasha is a mis...
Ah.
I have... Try.
Do you... What?
Ibn.
What?
The...
No.
What made like I...
A dark shadow.
I'm surprised you asked that just...
Well, I have my habits. Some call my...
What a curious way to...
I'm a curious kind of fellow.
I've never been married, and I don't really...
A more dangerous, not serious relationship may...
I've never been with anyone long enough for them to hate me.
Love is just another fit.
So is hate a face of love, then?
I guess. Were you on the run?
No, Mr. Featherland. I came to Clawville with a clean slate, and I'd like to believe it will stay that way.
You mean as the girlfriend of Ibn Wessler, the biggest mob boss in Clawville? Natasha is a mysterious... Let's stop beating about the bush. How do you know Molly?
I'm prepared for that question, but it's still not easy.
You knew very well that if you threw in the name of my wife, I'd come to you, no matter how vague and suspicious the case was. I just want to know if you're...
Oh, ça a dit les termes.
I really know her. I'm not lying.
Oh, really? How? Were you a nurse, too? Forgive me, but I don't think so.
Don't be rude and so cynical, Sonny.
I'm sorry, but that's me when feline claw...
Molly is an old and good friend of mine. She has nothing to do with this, but I knew that if I didn't mention it to you, you wouldn't have come.
Yeah, Natasha, you're right there.
I knew you were a decent fowl, that you would help me. That's what you're famous for.
Don't go there. Flattery doesn't...
Look, forgive me. I shouldn't have brought...
You're right, you shouldn't have. But to be honest, I don't think she's my wife anymore.
I'm sorry, I didn't...
Really?
I did. I knew... I checked you out before I sent Deborah.
Luck me. This case is getting more and more intriguing. What exactly do you...
You are really as good as they say you are. And
Whatever it takes.
not exactly, but something like...
You know, if I didn't see the speck of fear behind the confidence shot...
I'm not afraid.
You're terrified, Natasha.
You must solve this. As soon as you can.
Ah. C'est la dernière question qui m'a cassé les couilles. Fuck. On essaye.
Natasha is a confident woman.
On va y arriver, on va y arriver.
Try.
Do you... Huh? What?
Ibn.
What?
The...
But...
You...
No.
That it what made like
You... You mean as... Let...
I
Yeah.
look, I'm...
Luck. You played me from the start.
It wasn't my intention.
I'm an old cock, Natasha. I've played too many of these games.
So, you're going to walk away?
You're damn right. I don't know if it's worth it for me.
Look, Sonny, money's not an issue.
Oh yeah, your fawn had already mentioned that. But unfortunately, it'll be hard to spend all that dough when I'm dead.
Dead? Don't even say that.
Do you have a gun?
Me?
Of course you, Natasha. Do you have it on you?
Not at the moment.
Well, let me give you some advice. Keep it with you, always.
You don't think they, whoever they are, would hurt me?
Don't be naive, Natasha.
You're right. I'll keep it with me.
I don't want to scare you, but 2 cops snooping around can mess something like this up, even if it's just 2 roosters.
Ah, je suis mauvais dans les interrogatoires là. Putain.
Thank you, Sonny.
Maybe you're getting yourself into even deeper trouble with me. Thank me when this is all over.
Focus 90%. Merde.
Natasha, that was
I have
the
try.
Do you? Do you have something?
Ah, là on gagne plus de points là.
What? No.
It what makes like
You mean it? Let
I don't.
You,
I look.
you,
I'm.
luck me. You. You. Maybe.
Ah bah voilà, putain de merde. Bordel. Très beau, la menace, ou plutôt le mot qui constitue la menace dans les messages que Natasha a reçus, simplement putain, c'est bref mais sans dit long.
Just one more thing, Sonny.
Natasha.
Please, come to 37 Rochester
37
Street
Rochester.
in Flower Town tonight. I'd like to show you something that could be of a great help.
I was afraid this was coming. Why there?
It's something I keep hidden there. I won't take the risk of Ibn or one of his men seeing it.
Isn't Ibn too dangerous?
Sonny, a woman. I knew you would understand.
Oh yeah, I understand everything. So, when do we meet?
I'll be there in an hour. Don't be early.
Look, Natasha.
Please, this is
Sure, I get it.
Thank you.
Until later, Natasha.
Goodbye, Sonny.
Mire on a vu la sortie. Ok.
Well,
Weren't you supposed to be waiting in the car?
I was bored to tears, Sonny. I also thought maybe something happened to you.
You thought Natasha had eaten me alive, huh?
Well, who knows? You're such a fragile little thing.
I'm too old for this, Marty.
Then next time, leave the dangerous predators to me.
I didn't mean that, Marty. I meant you.
Oh.
Oh la gueule de la meuf.
Oh, it's you.
Look, we really don't want to dig into your personal life.
But what exactly is my relationship with Mr. Wessler?
You don't beat around the bush.
Well, actually, I remember.
I don't have time to chit-chat, Mr. Featherland. So yes, I'm not one to beat around the bush. And no, I'm not sleeping with Mr. Wessler.
Désagréable cette
Well,
femme.
thanks for the...
Anything else?
Do you come here often, Olivia?
No, not...
Well, okay.
You're welcome. You know, Ibn's not as ferocious as you'd think. On the contrary.
I heard. Don't you find that?
Sometimes an animal just has enough. Fed up and wants a change.
Well, thank you for your honesty, man. What's your relationship with Miss Natasha Katsenko?
We've talked a bit. That's all.
There's no tension between you?
Oh, thank you for your compliment, Mr. Featherland.
Is that mutual?
That I can't tell.
If I'm not mistaken, Natasha has a weekend house in Flowerville.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you tell me anything about it?
I've never been there.
Oh, I know this fodder guy. He was kinda good in Death of the Horse.
You've seen every clucking movie.
You know, Laura and I go to the movies a lot.
Exactly 12 years ago.
Oh, you remember that precisely? Let me guess. Molly?
Yep, our very first date.
I see. What did you watch?
I don't remember. I just remember her. Nothing else.
You're a clucking poet. I mean it.
Je pense qu'on va s'arrêter là pour ce soir, parce que je dois me lever tôt demain. Je dois me lever tôt demain à cause du boulot et puis voilà, c'est tard. C'est tard et puis 2h30 de live, c'est déjà pas mal. Du coup, j'espère que ça vaudra plus de Chicken Police. On le reprendra bien évidemment parce que j'ai envie de connaître la suite de la suite des aventures de nos poulets. De nos poulets bien évidemment. En tout cas, j'espère que ça vous a plu. Nous, en l'occurrence, on va se revoir. Alors, je sais pas si c'est samedi. Enfin, on verra bien parce que c'est un peu, c'est un peu le bordel en termes planning. Hein. Irano a dû vous expliquer. C'est un peu le bordel en termes de planning, mais on est en train d'arranger ça. Ne vous inquiétez pas. Vous aurez tout en temps, en heure, tout ça. Bref, vous allez en tout cas retrouver Irano demain. Demain sur un live très métal, vous allez voir. Je vous conseille de le regarder parce que parce que Irano va présenter un jeu qui me tient à cœur. Enfin, déjà moi qui me tient à cœur et que je voulais pas présenter parce que je l'ai torché 15 000 fois et je me suis dit en live ce serait pas intéressant de le faire. Sachant que je le connaissais et du coup j'ai préféré laisser Irano le présenter et le faire en live puisqu'en plus il a sa période bien métalleuse ces derniers temps, bien rockboy, donc je pense que c'est parfait pour lui. En tout cas j'espère que ça vous aura plu. Nous on se retrouvera sans doute jeudi soir bien évidemment. Et sur ce, je vous remercie d'avoir regardé ce live. Et je vous dis bien évidemment à la prochaine. Bisous.